Assalamu alaikum dear students, I am your English teacher Noor Muhammad, and the topic today is actually an extension of our last lecture, that was word, phrase, clause and sentence. In our previous lecture we discussed what is a phrase, and we also talked about the noun phrase as a type of phrase. Let's continue our discussion and discuss the other types of sentence. On the basis of the concept of phrase, we are going to further illustrate different types of phrase, and we had already discussed noun phrase in detail in our previous lecture. Today we are going to move on to an adjective phrase. What is an adjective phrase? Again, a simple thing. An adjective phrase is a group of words in which an adjective is the head. Simple. And in other words, we can also redefine it in a different way. We can also say that an adjective phrase is a group of words that plays the role of an adjective when used together. That is it. Let me write it over here for your ease. A group of words in which an adjective is the head. Simple. In which an adjective is the head. And I elaborated the concept of head. What is a head? And I also talked about the dependents. So there are two components. There are two parts of a phrase: dependents and the head. And I told you that dependents are those words, a word or words that are connected with, that are linked with another word. And those words that are connected to another word, they are called as dependents. And the word to which the other words are connected, that's called as the head, because it plays the central role. The other words are connected with it. It is not connected with the other words. It can survive on its own. Even if the other words are not present, it can still play its part. It can still convey meaning. It can still make sense. But the other words cannot survive without it. So dependents are actually linked with, and as the title shows, dependents. They are dependent upon a central word which is called as a head. Let's talk about the adjective phrase now. And I've just told you, and in adjective phrase, an adjective phrase is a group of words, two or more than two words, in which an adjective is the head, in which the adjective plays the central role, the pivotal role. The other word or words are connected with it. That's it. Let me give you example. I did give you example in my previous lecture, but I didn't mention it that was the example of an adjective phrase. So what is it? Let me write it over here. Number one, Ali is intelligent. All of us know that intelligent is basically an adjective. But just because intelligent is a one word, it's one word, that's why it will not be called as a phrase. It's just a word. It's a word class. It's a part of speech, but it's not actually a phrase. For a phrase, it must consist of two or more than two words. Let's convert it into a phrase now. Ali is very intelligent. If you look at this one now, Ali is very intelligent. Now, see, this word very is related with, is connected to, is linked with intelligent. What is intelligent? Intelligent is actually an adjective. See, and what is this one? It is actually a dependent of. It's a dependent of adjective. So adjective is basically a head. So this word is a dependent of intelligent. So that's why these two words will be called as a phrase. In a phrase, there are dependents and then a head. So this word is a dependent and this is the head. Because the head is an adjective, so that's why it will be called as an adjective phrase. So it's a a group of words, two words, in which an adjective is the head. Simple. So as simple as that. And I can also say that an adjective basically is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. An adjective is a word that describes a noun or pronoun. And an adjective phrase is a group of words that describes a noun or pronoun, that modifies the meaning of a noun or pronoun. So in this case, intelligent was about Ali, which is a noun. So by this definition, it is actually an adjective. And in this case, both very and intelligent, they now describe Ali, which is a noun. So that's why this will also be called as an adjective. But just because it consists of two words, that's why it will be called as an adjective phrase, not just an adjective. It will be called as an adjective phrase. See, Ali is very intelligent. Very intelligent, two words. Describe Ali. Modify the meaning of Ali. Ali is a noun, and a word or a group of words that describes a noun or a pronoun will be called as an adjective phrase. So this makes things quite clear for us. And we can also extend the number of words. We can add up more words, and we can say that an adjective phrase can consist of 3 words, 4 words, 5 words. So we are not going to make the things complex, but we can add at least one more word to it. Ali is very much intelligent. Now see, there are 3 words. This one is connected with this one, much and very much, and much is connected with this one. So these 2 words are eventually connected with intelligent, and intelligent is an adjective, so it is actually a head. Okay, this is performing the function of a head, and these 2 words are actually performing the functions of a dependent. So that's exactly what the definition is, what the concept is. When there are 2 or more than 2 words in which the head is an adjective, such a group of words will be called as an adjective phrase. So in this case, this is a dependent, this one is a dependent of intelligent, and intelligent is an adjective. So this group of words, very much intelligent, in which the head is an adjective, intelligent, will be called as an adjective phrase. So basically this is an adjective phrase. Why? Because there are 3 words in it, a group, a phrase, and they in these 3 words, the head is an adjective, intelligent. So that's why it will be called as an adjective phrase. And also these 3 words, phrase, they actually describe Ali, which is a noun. So a word which describes a noun or a pronoun is called as an adjective, and a group of words which describes a noun or pronoun will be called as an adjective phrase. So this is the basic concept of an adjective phrase. I hope you have got it. Let's move on towards adverb phrase, the same thing that we have already discussed. So I'm going to now discuss in detail. I will try to illustrate, explain the concept of an adverb phrase. What is an adverb phrase? Simple, very simple. Adverb phrase. So what is an adverb phrase? Like the noun phrase, like the adjective phrase, it's also a group of words. But because it is, just because it is an adverb phrase, so we can clearly feel that, we can clearly know that in this group of words, an adverb will be the central word. An adverb will be the head. How? Let's talk about that. For example, let me write the definition first of all. A group of words in which an adverb is the head. So a group of words in which an adverb is the head is called as an adverb phrase. Let me write some examples to clarify, to illustrate, to exemplify. She is fast, or she runs fast. Let's talk about this. Fast is actually an adverb. You know why? Because it modifies, it adds to the meaning of runs, which is a verb. I mean, you need to have knowledge of adverb as a word class. You need to have knowledge of adverb as a part of speech before you can understand the adverb phrase. And everybody knows this. I hope you know it. Adverb is a word that modifies or adds more information to a verb, to an adjective, or to another adverb, and also to some other parts of speech except noun or pronoun. So that's it. So what is an adverb? Adverb modifies the meaning of a verb, an adjective, or another word in its simplest possible definition. So this is it. So clearly you can see that it is she runs fast, because fast modifies the meaning of runs, which is a verb. So it's by this definition, it is actually, fast is actually an adverb. But it's a single word. A single word is never a phrase. If I add the word, this one, very fast, now you can clearly see very fast in this phrase. Very is connected with fast. It is linked with fast. And what is fast? Fast is an adverb. So very is actually a dependent. It's a dependent of fast. And what is fast? An adverb. So in this combination of two words, a group of two words, fast, which is an adverb, is playing the role of the head. So a group of words in which an adverb is the head is called as adverb phrase. So by this definition, these two words will be called as actually an adverb phrase. On the basis of this definition, we can say that very fast is actually an adverb phrase, because in this group of words, the central role is played by an adverb. The head is an adverb, and we can add more of them. She is very much fast. She runs very much fast, not is. If you use is, then fast will become an adjective. She runs very fast, very much fast. See, very is connected with much, and much is connected with fast. And fast is an adverb. So it means very and much are dependents of fast, and which is a head. So this will be called as an adverb phrase. Why? Because very much fast is a group of words in which the head is an adverb, and all of them have been, don't forget, very much fast are connected with, these three words are connected together. In this example, very fast are connected together. For a group of words to qualify for the status of a phrase, it is a must that they must be connected. They must be linked. This is something that you need to keep in mind. So very much fast are interconnected. These two are dependents. This one is a head, and because the head is actually an adverb, so it will be called as an adverb phrase. I hope you have got the concept of an adverb phrase. I have given you simple examples. There can be complex, complicated examples, but I'm trying to keep things easier and simpler for you. This was our concept of an adverb phrase. Let me now talk about the next type of phrase. And what is it? It is a preposition phrase. Let me discuss with you a preposition phrase. Preposition phrase. Preposition phrase is relatively easy to understand. So What is a preposition phrase? The same definition. A group of words in which a preposition is the head. A simple one. But let's make it further easier. Let's make it simpler. A preposition phrase is the one that has combination of preposition plus noun, pronoun or noun phrase. As simple as that. If a preposition comes before a noun, a pronoun or a noun phrase, it will be called as, this combination of words will be called as a preposition phrase. Let me write it over here. Very simple. He was standing in the room. Now you can clearly see. In the room is a preposition phrase. Why? Because according to grammarians, I will not discuss it in detail. According to grammarian, in this phrase, in this combination of three words, in plays the central role. We are not talking about the room. We are talking about in the room. We are talking about the position of someone in the room. So the words that show positions, they are generally prepositions or adverbs, typically special prepositions. So in the room, there are three words. This one is connected with this one, but both of them are actually connected with in. So you can clearly see there is a combination of preposition plus a noun phrase. The room is a noun phrase. Preposition plus a noun phrase. This will be called as preposition phrase or simply PP. So simple. Kids, instead of focusing on this definition, which is a little complex for you grammatically, conceptually, let's focus on this formula. Whenever a preposition is used before a noun or a pronoun or a noun phrase, that will be called as a preposition phrase. So you can say, I went to school. To school, preposition plus school, noun. So that will be called as preposition phrase. In the same way, we can also say, the marker is on the table. On the table, on preposition, the table, noun phrase. So see, preposition plus noun, that will be called as preposition phrase. So from the sky, above the head, near the school, and by the river, along the road, all of them are actually preposition phrases, because in all these examples, preposition plus noun, pronoun or noun phrase have been used. I hope you have got this concept of preposition phrase. In the end, I'm not going to write it. I will discuss with you the concept of verb phrase. Well, verb phrase is the easiest one, you know. Why? Because you know verbs very well. When a helping verb and a main verb are used together, that's called as a verb phrase. She goes to school. Goes is a single verb. So it's not a verb phrase, it's just a verb. When you say she is going to school now, is and going, both of them are verb. Is helping verb and going is the main verb. They have been used together. This will be called as a verb phrase. She is going to school. She has gone to school. She has been going to school. Has been going. You can see, you know, three words have been used together, and all three of them are verbs. The first two are actually helping verbs or auxiliary verb, and the last one is the main verb, the principal verb. So this is it, a combination of helping verb or verbs plus the main verb, the principal verb, is called as a verb phrase. As simple as that. So, and you have got four types of helping verb: do, does, did, Be, is, am, are, was, were, been, being. Number 3, have, has, had. Number 4, modal auxiliaries, can, could, shall, should, will, would, may, might, when. These helping verbs, auxiliary verbs, are combined with main verbs. They are all examples of verb phrases. I hope you have understood what is a verb phrase. A single verb is not a verb phrase. When it is combined with a helping verb or helping verbs, the first helping verb is called as operator 2. So keep that in mind. So when 2 verbs are used together, one helping, the other main. When 3 verbs are used together, the first 2 are helping verbs and the last one is main. When 4 verbs or even 5 verbs are used together, typically maximum 4 verbs are used. When even 5 verbs are used together, the first 4 will be called as helping verbs, the last one will be called as main verb. All these will be called as verb phrases. I hope you have understood the concept of phrase and you have enjoyed it. Thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.